Welcome to today's explainer. Now look, I know exactly what you're probably thinking. In this age of short-form video and, instant gratification, blogging might sound like a really old-school way to make money online. But I am here to tell you that it is actually more relevant than ever. If you want a rock-solid foundation for the future, building a blog right now is unequivocally the smartest, most resilient digital asset you can create as we look toward 2026. So today, we're going to break down exactly why that is and, more importantly, exactly how you can do it. Here is our roadmap for today. We're covering 1. The power of content ownership. 2. Monetization and building authority. 3. Email automation with OmniSend. 4. A complete step-by-step launch guide. And 5. The evergreen compounding effect. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the power of content ownership.
Let's talk about the absolute elephant in the room when it comes to being a digital creator today: algorithms. Social media platforms are constantly changing their rules, right? And that creates a massive vulnerability for you. When you build solely on social media platforms, you're effectively just renting space. The platform owns your content. Their algorithms can instantly de-rank a post that took you weeks to make, and your visibility? Well, it can disappear literally overnight. Plus, if you upload a video and realize there's a mistake or you need to update it, you usually can't just edit it easily without taking the whole thing down. Now contrast that with your own WordPress blog. You own that content outright. You're the landlord. You completely control the audience's experience without any of that unexpected algorithmic interference. And crucially, you can edit or update your articles at absolutely any time. If information changes, you just log in, tweak the text, and boom, it's instantly updated. Moving on to Section 2. Monetization and building authority. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that once you have that stable base of ownership consistently posting, say 200 to 300 articles over time, builds unshakable authority in your specific field. Whether you're a chef, a coder, or a fitness enthusiast, that online authority eventually bleeds into the offline world too, proving to anyone who looks you up that you truly know your stuff. And there's a sheer variety of ways to turn that authority into revenue. Think about how naturally this integrates with whatever your niche is. First, you've got affiliate marketing. If you're a fitness creator writing about diet or the perfect chest press, you can drop Amazon affiliate links for supplements. If you write highly technical coding content, you can sign up for an affiliate program like DigitalOcean's. Second, ad networks like Google AdSense allow you to generate passive revenue per click just from the traffic reading your posts. And third, digital products. You can write your own specialized PDFs, maybe it's a custom workout routine or a coding tutorial, and sell those directly to your audience.
Which brings us to Section 3, email automation with OmniSend.
To sell those specialized PDFs and digital products effectively, you can't just cross your fingers and hope people stumble onto your site on the exact day they're ready to buy. You need to capture that immense blog traffic for the long term. Which brings up a really vital question. How do you turn those casual readers, the people who just popped in to read a single article, into loyal buyers who purchase your future product launches? The secret? It lies in capturing their emails. Think about it. These visitors came to your blog because they were actively interested in what you have to say. By collecting their emails, you can market your own products to a highly targeted, warm audience in the future. So how do we actually build that list? According to a fantastic guide from OmniSend on making money with email marketing, there are several key strategies. You need to optimize your website to encourage signups, host exciting giveaways, and share your content actively across social media to drive traffic. But the absolutely most important point here is building a targeted email list with explicit user consent. When you ask users if they want to receive emails and they say yes, you are filtering for quality. You are collecting a list of people deeply interested in your exact niche, whether that's e-commerce, fitness, or coding.
And the best part? You don't have to manage this list manually. Tools like OmniSend make this incredibly easy because they integrate seamlessly with WordPress and WooCommerce. You can literally do all the heavy lifting directly from your dashboard. For example, you can set up automation workflows with specific triggers and filters. If someone leaves an item in their cart, you can set OmniSend to wait exactly 2 hours and then automatically send an abandoned cart email saying, "Hey, you left this behind. Do you want to complete your purchase?" You can even integrate targeted SMS marketing campaigns, all fully automated.
So the crucial point is, how do we actually do this? Section 4, complete step-by-step launch guide. We know the why, we know the monetization strategies, and we know how to capture the audience. Here is your complete step-by-step launch guide to build this digital asset so you are fully positioned to dominate in 2026. Step 1, set up WordPress. Start from scratch by choosing a reliable hosting provider. Hostinger is a great recommendation here, and you can use page builders like Elementor to make it look great. Step 2 is incredibly important. Pick a micro niche. You cannot be overly broad. If you're a coding creator, don't just pick web development. That is way too crowded. Pick something hyper-specific like Vue.js or even specifically Next.js 15. Why? Because the competition is incredibly low. When you write solutions to very specific problems within Next.js 15, you are answering the exact questions people are Googling, which guarantees you targeted traffic. And step 3, write and polish. Write valuable solutions to the specific problems you encounter in your own work. And hey, if you're worried about your writing skills, don't be.
Just read this quote from the source material. It is completely liberating. Write in very poor English with poor wording as long as you make a valid point. Then just ask AI to polish it and give you suggestions to improve. Language barriers or perfect grammar, they simply don't matter anymore. What matters is that your article is actually useful. Just get your raw, genuine value and real-world solutions onto the page. Once you've made your point, just hand it over to AI to fix the grammar and smooth out the wording. Add some realistic images, read it over to ensure it's still accurate, and publish. And here is the absolute best part. When we talk about building this asset, you might be imagining a grueling daily grind, but the magic number you should be aiming for to see real traction, it's just 20. You only need to write about 20 high-quality, genuinely useful articles over the entire year. This can easily be a hobby task. It's not about dumping low-quality articles onto your site every single day. It's about crafting a small number of highly valuable pieces. And finally, Section 5, the evergreen compounding effect. The most powerful concept of this entire explainer is that we absolutely have to stop viewing content as a quick, viral hit and start viewing it as a long-term financial asset. The biggest mistake people make in blogging is simply quitting too early. Consider this timeline from a creator's actual personal experience. In 2017, they wrote a new blog post. Throughout 2018, they looked at the low views and assumed the whole strategy simply didn't work. But by the time they hit 2019, that exact same article suddenly ranked on search engines and started generating massive passive traffic. SEO and search rankings take time. You have to be patient. It takes time for the algorithms to trust your site, but once they do, the payoff is immense. And this brilliantly illustrates the financial power of what we're talking about. Imagine you invest 1 lakh rupees today at a 10% compound annual growth rate for 30 years. That initial investment compounds massively, turning into 1.5 crore rupees. An evergreen blog post works exactly the same way. If you write an excellent guide today on a timeless topic like how to do a proper chest press, the mechanics of that exercise aren't going to change. That article will be just as useful in 10 years as it is today. The work you put in today acts as the principal investment, and the traffic, authority, and monetization compound year after year. The value of the money you make from it 10 years down the line makes that initial time investment completely priceless. So as we look to the future and prepare this complete step-by-step launch guide for 2026, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. What evergreen asset will you build today? It's time to step away from the anxiety of renting space on fast-paced, unpredictable social media platforms. Reclaim your ownership. Pick your micro niche, set up your site, start capturing your audience, and let the compounding begin. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this empowers you to start building your own resilient digital real estate today. See you next time.